So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe. All right, you've got this.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKakodash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, the great millstone of the well. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Tazim the bar coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, and through the spirit wanted to do a real brief lesson on World War III. What you're seeing is starting to brew up, because why would New York have a video like you just seen, a New York preparedness video for New York for World War III, for New York getting hit with a nuclear missile, man? Because the times of season we're living in is the wars and rumors of wars are drawing close, man. World War III is brewing, man. It's getting built up, man. All the proxy wars is happening. You already got a lot of things that's happening behind the scenes that your so-called local media is not telling the masses of the people, man. And we can see that, man. But through the spirit, apparatus our Lord willing, this lesson is edifying through the spirit. And I'm gonna just grab some precepts and also some articles that's lining up with this World War III that's brewing through the spirit, man. And this is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and the third woe come quickly. And the second woe is what? World War II. And it says that third woe means destruction. It says that third woe come quickly, and we can see that, man. It's being brewed, man. That third war is getting brewed up through the spirit. You had the EU, NATO, bringing over 300,000 troops, which they're not telling the masses of the people over there to help fight over there with Ukraine, to fight to combat them with going against Russia. Then you got the United States sending over, I think, about 300K troops over there to help as well, because them so-called Ukrainians is getting their ass whooped, man. And Russia's handing it to them. But we know what's really brewing up is they setting the stage for World War III. But at the same time, hey, we're not aiding to Satan's devices. The New York can set up another 9/11 attack, just like they did in 2000, man, where they stage an event and blame it on Russia, just like they staged an event and they blame it on the so-called Afghanistan and Iraq, so they can invade them and take away their resources. But this is different though. They're trying to bring this in their new world order, man. Order out of chaos, man. That's what they're brewing, man. And we see the third war is coming quickly. It's brewing up. This is what you're seeing. You're hearing wars and rumors of wars, man. And then we see that, man. That's biblical prophecy. Real quick, let me get that in Matthew 24. This Matthew 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, man. And this is what we're hearing, man. Wars and rumors of wars. Because it's brewing right now. It's a proxy war. But it's going to escalate, man. It's going to become a World War III. Why? Because all the major players, all the major empires, your China, your Iran, your Turkey, all these various empires are going to help join in with allies with Russia and America to combat with this World War III. And we know that the EU and NATO is going to do what? They're gonna turn on the horde, which is America, and shoot missiles on this place as well. But while all this is taking place, all these nations is setting the stage for this World War III to take place, man. Let me read it again. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And you should hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Why? Because the Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of sound mind, man. We have this word, man. We understand that these prophecies must come to pass for the end of Babylon the Great, man. And it says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And we see the end is not yet, man, because we're hearing the wars and rumors of wars. We're hearing about the rumors. Even with that video clip, that's a rumor of something major event could take place very soon. And they're talking about in New York. New York is basically the hegemony, the basically is really the capital of America. Even though they try to say it's Washington D.C., but New York is where the United Nations, where all the meetings is held and all that. They held that up in New York, man, because that's the world's breadbasket, as far as the World Trade Center, all the money and things like that. And it's and they're talking about a major event like an ICBM missiles hitting it. Come on, man. Hey, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man. Esau is very crafty, man. That's why we have to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, and understand the times and season we're living in concerning the prophecies, man. But at the end of the day, it's still going to lead to World War III. It's still going to lead to all hell and anarchy and the crashing of Babylon the Great. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of kingdoms of nations gathered together. And that's what? The World War III. All the nations gathered together, man. They're gathering up together for what? For World War III. It said, the Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle. That's what the Lord's doing. This is the Lord's movie, man. The Lord is gathering up these kings for this World War III. Real quick, Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth so wherever he will. So the Lord is the one gathering up these kings for this final showdown, man. For the final showdown that's going to usher in the return of our beloved brother Yahweh Shai. This is what we're hastening today and waiting for, man. For this thing to go down, man. And we can clearly see that we at them times, man. We're at the times where this war is going to get escalated, man. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, and Revelation chapter 16, and I start at verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his veil upon a great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And that's the kings of the east is talking about who? Russia, man. And that is a biblical prophecy that's taking place. Real quick, it says Russia builds bridge to move troops across Syria Euphrates River. Why? Because the Euphrates River is actually being dried up, man. You can look this up yourself. Like we always say, look it up yourself. The Euphrates River has been dried up, man, which is fulfilling biblical prophecy. Even though that we know there's certain nations that's withholding the water for economic reasons to. But at the end of the day, it's still the angels that's doing this. This is still of the will of the Lord, man. This is still the will of the Heavenly Father, man. This is his movie, man. Like it says in Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and I will do all my pleasures, and my counsel shall stand. This is the Lord's movie, man. He's doing this, man. And this is biblical prophecy. It says the Russian builds bridge to move troops across Syria Euphrates River, man. Come on, man. That's preparing the way for the kings of the east. Let's read that again. The kings of the east is talking about who? Russia. Revelation 16 and 12. And the sixth angel poured out the veil upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. So you're seeing that take place, man. That's biblical prophecy taking place. Like I said, you can look this up yourself, that the river Euphrates is being dried up. It's been dried up, man. And the angels is working on the minds of these so-called kings over there to dry up the river, far as economic hits, far as doing it towards certain nations over there in the east. But at the same time, it's still in the hands of the Lord, man. This is the Lord's movie, man, and we see this taking place, man, because Russia is gonna nuke America, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog. And that's talking about who? Russia, man. That land over there they're in now, even though it's talking about these so-called Japhites, Gog and Magog, but who's in that land right now? Russia, man. And it said the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, thus said the Lord power, behold, I'm against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. It's turning them back and put hooks into their jaws, putting Russia back into that USSR spirit, man, that Soviet Union spirit. They're getting back to that old ways, man. And it says, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them will clothe with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all them handling swords. Talking about all the arsenals and the weaponry that they've been building up, man. The different nuclear weapons, the different super soldiers, all these various things that Russia's been working on throughout the years, the tanks and various things, the drones, all their different types of guns, laser guns, whatever they have built up in their arsenals, they're preparing it, man. They're preparing it. And it says Persia. Persia is talking about who? Iran. It says Ethiopia, who? Them Hamites. It says Libya, Hamites with them, and all them with shield and helmet. Gomer's talking about Turkey, man. Real quick. It says, this is back in 2019. It says Turkish troops enter east of Euphrates very soon. So all these militaries are building up to go down to the Euphrates River, which is going to lead to what? The Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which is judgment, man. That's what you see taking place, that judgment, man. They preparing the way for the kings of the east, because war is getting brewed, man. We're in a time of wars and rumors of wars, man. I'm not going to read the article, but I just wanted to show you how the Lord is working on the minds of these kings, man, to prepare themselves and muster the host to the battle. And it says, and Gomer and all his bands in the house of Tumark and other north quarters and all his bands and many people with them. So the Lord is getting all these different nations, these empires, gathering them together for the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for judgment, for World War III, man. And it says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And that's what you're seeing. Russia's a guard to all these other nations like China, like Iran, North Korea, all these other nations, and various countries like these Hamite nations. Because why? They're doing deals together, as far as energy deals, pipeline deals, oil deals, and they have the Silk Road. I think as far as the gold is back, their money is backed by gold, man. Even though, and you can look this up, it's called the Group of Friends, and it's talking about Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, Turkey, all these various nations. That's gonna shoot missiles against America, man. That have what? America has sanctions on these various nations as well, man. When DJ Trump was in office, and it says, after many days, after many days thou shalt be visited, in later years thou shalt come into thy land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely as them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud over the land, and thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Thus said the Lord power, it is also come to pass that the same time these shall then things come into mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And that evil thought is what? They're going to attack America. Why you think we watched that clip of them telling you that some major event can take place in New York City, man? All places, right? New York City, right? Some major event can take place in New York City. A nuclear bomb can take place. Come on, man. They preparing the minds of the people because they know what's about to go down, man. But it's really the Lord, man. This is the man's goings are the ways of the Lord, man. How can a man understand his own way, man? This is the Lord's movie, man. He's doing this. And he said, thou shalt think of evil thought, because he's going to put it in Russia's mind to attack America. And it says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of the unwalled villages. And what's that? America. That is America, the land of the unwalled villages. Why? Because they don't have any borders here in America. DJ Trump, he was trying to do that, man. Because if you was an Edomite, that would be, would be wise if you was an Edomite to, get borders. But America doesn't have any borders. And it says, thou shalt go up to the land of the unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars or gates. And that's America, that dwell safely, man, without care. Because these people don't understand the times and the season they're living in. If you see a video like that, you should be in the mindset of, man, what is they trying to tell us, man? What is they trying to tell us? Something major is at hand. Something major is at hand. Some major event is at hand that these men on the highways and hedges with Bibles has been telling you for 30, 40 plus years. Our elders and apostles been telling you for 30 plus 40 years that something that America's gonna get hit with ICBM missiles, but you people, you shun your hand and you cast us off as a joke. But at the end of the day, that's what's gonna take place, because that's biblical prophecy, man. And you nigga like Team Native Americans, if you don't want to get right, you're gonna take place. You're gonna take part of the second death, which is ICBM missiles, which is that lake of fire that's written in the book of Revelation. That second death, man. You're gonna take part of that. And it says, let's jump to Joel real quick. We're gonna make it long, just getting straight to the points. Joel 3. I started 2 when I jumped down. Joel 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat, and will plead with them for all my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. So this is what the reason why these nations are gonna get and go in this World War III is because what? The nation of Israel, man. We've been scattered amongst all the nations. The Lord is pleading our cause, man. That's why we have to endure and endure the hell and affliction that's brought upon us, because we can see that the Lord is pleading our cause, man. Like it says in Micah 7:9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I sinned against him till he plead my cause. The Lord is pleading our cause. All these things you're seeing taking place is biblical prophecy that's ushering in the time of Yahweh Shai's return, which is ushering in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're seeing it, man. And let's jump down. I'm going to jump down to verse 9. Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim you this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And that's what you're seeing, man. They're preparing war, man. All these various strategies you're seeing taking place is war tactics, man. But is America ready? No. What this say? What is this saying, man? Look, blacklisted news. It says, as the military ranks are purged, U.S. is unprepared for war. They're not ready for what's about to take place, man. They're not ready for what's about to take place here in Babylon the Great, man. It says U.S. proxy war with Russia over Ukraine is on the verge of getting Kalashtar Salaki, maybe in more ways than one, since the start of Russia invasion this past February. See, this thing is about to get real in the field, man. It's Salaki on the word, but it's about to get real out here, man. You Jace better take heed, man. You better take heed. Read it again, Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Hey, these nations not worrying about their agriculture and building up their societies, man. They're building up their arsenals. They're putting all their money into their nuclear capability in their wars, in their forests, in their tanks, their drones, their submarines, their jets, their all the things that help with their war. This is what they're putting their money into, man. And it says, let the weak say I'm strong. Well, all the nations that didn't have nuclear capability, they have it now. They have the button. That's how you know Esau's dumb as hell. He gave away the nuclear capability, which it was the spirit of the Lord anyway. Like we said, man's heart, man going is the ways of the Lord. It says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together about hither, cause the mighty ones to come down, O the Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come up into the valley of Yehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So this is the Lord that's doing this. He's going to judge these heathen for the nation of Israel's sake, man, for what they done to the nation of Israel. So this is why you're seeing nuclear wars is in the talks and in the news. And this is why you're seeing your local news station not really trying to talk about it, because it's actually being brewed up. They want you to be caught off guard. But really, it's the spirit of the Lord. That's why the Lord said, I come as a thief in the night. Blessed is he that keep it, that watch. That's why the scripture says in Luke 21 and 36, watch therefore and pray always. You're supposed to be in the spirit of watching and praying always. Why? Because, hey, we see the day approaching, man. We see it, man. We want to be worthy to stand before the Son of Man when these things take place, man. We want the Lord to bless and bestow unto us this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and guide us when it's time of Jacob's trouble, when it's all hell breaking loose out here, man. Real quick, this is Isaiah 9. Isaiah 95. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. That World War III, man. It's going to be with burning and fuel of fire. It's not going to be an ancient hand-on-hand combat. It's going to be with burning and fuel of fire. And what can do that? An ICBM missile with a nuclear warhead. That's going to do that, man. Ain't no, like the lady said, oh, you go in your house, and no, that ain't going to fucking help, man. That's not going to justify anything. These nuclear warheads is going to eradicate everything in its path, man. It's going to be wasted. It's going to be desolate, as the scriptures say, man. Desolation. This is Jeremiah. It's like Joel. My bad. Joel 2. Joel 2:7. And they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one of his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. And this talking about the nuclear warheads. So they ain't no damn running into your house and getting in the tub and all that shit. That shit ain't gonna work, man. That video was simple. It was stupid anyway. What you gonna do when a missile hit? Don't matter if you're in your car, don't matter if you're in your house, no matter where the hell you at. If you on the shores of America when a nuclear missile hit and you ain't supping with the spirit of Yahweh Shah, you are gonna get wasted through. You're gonna die here in America. You're gonna take part in the second death. Thus said the scriptures. Ain't nothing that's gonna save you. Nothing's gonna save you, man. Let's read that again. Joel chapter 2, verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one of his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. They're going to hit their destination, man. They're going to hit their destination. They're going to break their ranks, man. When they go up and come down, they're going to hit what their target is to hit, man. Thus said the scriptures. It says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So these nuclear warheads is not going to hit each other. They're going to hit their targets, man. They're going to hit their targets. And it said they shall run to fro in the city, and they shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the horses. They shall enter into the windows like a thief. So what the hell is she talking about? These don't matter if you're in a damn house. Don't matter if you're in a car. Don't matter if you run in your bathroom, get in a tub. If you on the shores of America, you will get hit with the missiles, man. You're going to take part in the second death, the lake of fire. It says, verse 10, the earth shall quake before them. And that's what's going to take place, man. The earth is going to quake before them, man. It's going to reel to and fro like a drunken man. Real quick, let's grab that. And I end it with that. I wasn't going to make this long. This is Isaiah chapter 24. Isaiah 24 and verse 19. Yeah, here you go. Isaiah 24 and verse 19. The earth shall utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. Because these missiles is going to clean up the earth, man. Because this earth is the foul under the habits thereof, which is who? Esau, Edom, these fucking devils, man. And it says, the earth is moved exceedingly. It said, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunken, and shall be removed like a cottage, man. Because the earth is going to be rocking to and fro when these missiles hit their target, man, which is America and various other places around the world. So that's what's coming, man. So this little video, it's not going to save you. Let's watch it again. She's trying to prepare people for a missile.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe.
Man, at the end of the day, that shit ain't gonna save you, man. If you ain't supping with Yahweh Shah in the time when these missiles hit, you gonna take part in the second death. You gonna die here in Babylon the Great, which is America, man. Thus said the scriptures, man. So I'm gonna close it out with that, man. With that, I'm gonna say, Call Haloyim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rekar Kodash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom. Krum Yasharala and Abad Babal.